Hi, everybody. It's Monday, November 20th, 2023. Good afternoon and welcome to Against the Public. I'm Dana Lane. We're the only show that combs through early betting patterns, tells you exactly where you might want to steer clear of those trends. Today, we've identified 3 college basketball plays where early public betting money might be a little bit misguided. And I think in some of these cases are going to give us a better number. So we're going to try to nail those free plays tonight. Before we get into it, our show record is 100 wins, 85 losses, 3-3 Saturday and Sunday. Not exactly what we want, but we're going to definitely try to get on a roll this week. But if you were with me on Pickdawgz.com this weekend, well, especially on the hardwood, I mean, we absolutely crushed it. 3-0 in the NBA last night. 3-1 in college basketball. Make sure, guys, I know you have basketball money right now. Come right back and let's join me again today. There's a massive NBA card and, of course, a even bigger college basketball card that's locked in. Over the last week, I'm the #1 college basketball handicapper with at least 15 plays. So this is the time to jump on board. And, of course, I've jumped on that leaderboard in the NBA as well. So basketball's red hot. Purchase one of my individual plays today or go with one of my week, month, or annual passes. My 30-day all-access pass has been red hot, flying off the shelves, just $399.99 for the next 30 days, or for the next 90 days, which is a better value, comes out to be $9.66 a day. You get every single play for the next 90 days for $869. Also, if there was a package, we threw this out there the other day. I got a couple responses. We'll see if I try to put a million up there anyway, just so there's something for everybody. But if there's something that you'd like to see, or price is a little bit too much, or a little bit out of what you would like to pay, or something, whatever it is, feel free to contact me. Send me an email at DanaLaneSport or DanaLaneSports@gmail.com, and definitely take a look at it and see if it makes sense. And if it does, I'll put it up on the site. So making sure we have something for everybody. Okay, let's get to our Monday free plays. We're going to go with a few later plays just because this video is up a little bit later than normal. I wanted one or two other free late plays, but I didn't get that up because it wasn't working within the parameters of the show. So we'll start off at 7 o'clock Eastern time. Game number 821, 822. St. Joseph, the Hawks versus Kentucky, the Wildcats. Wildcats minus 15.5, total 152.5. And shop for this number a little bit. I know it's just a half, but there's mostly 15s out there. There are a few 15.5, and forget what you just saw against a college called Stonehill. And if you don't know where Stonehill is, which was Kentucky's last opponent, if you don't know where that is, it's somewhere in northeastern, not eastern, Easton, Massachusetts. Small school up there. Kentucky absolutely annihilated them and took out their frustrations after getting beat by Kansas after having a 14-point lead in that game. So they annihilated them. So I'm not... But throw that completely out. Sometimes I think these games against these smaller schools do more harm than good, and it's really just kind of a bench game. Get your starters in there. We saw the box score where Kentucky absolutely dominated. There wasn't ever a time where, no matter who they put on the court, where they weren't the more talented of the two teams. We see St. Joseph is off a bad loss against Texas A&M Commerce, and of course that's really the first time this year that they've played poorly. Texas A&M Commerce is a team that's still in limbo between D1 and D2, but absolutely a big win for them. Bad loss for St. Joseph. This number to me seems to be begging us to take Kentucky. We're going to take the Hawks plus 15.5. Game number 2, Akron Zips versus Utah State, the Aggies. And this is game number 841, 842. Akron -1, 142.5. 89% of the early tickets are on the under, which is the reason we've seen as much of a 3-point drop. Consensus is about 2.5, but in some spots, a 3-point drop after opening up at 145. Both teams are a combined 4-2 to the over this year, which normally would make me play the under, because a lot of times books will overcompensate for that, and they think they're going to get a bunch of over money because you got two teams that have played four of their 6 games combined have gone over the total. But I'm going to continue riding that out. I don't think this number is unreasonable. Utah State's off and under. Akron barely went over the total against FIU. The total was 144.5, barely went over. I think that helped with the under, the Utah State under. I think that helped this number because I expected it to be in that 146, 147 range. I like where it is right now. This time of year, guys, take numbers lightly if you go through statistically, and a lot of times you don't have the time to watch all these games. I don't have the time to, but you do rely on numbers quite a bit. And we see that the Aggies are shooting 52% from the floor this season. They're facing a Zips teams that would probably rather pack in their defense rather than get out on the perimeter and play perimeter defense. We've seen that quite a bit from the Zips so far. The Zips are second in the country with an average of 12.5 threes made per game. So you're going to get shooting from the arc, but you're not going to get much defense from the arc. We're going to take the over 142. Make sure you shot for that 142. Yeah, 142.5 is not going to make a difference, but we always try to get the better number. And game number 3, I'm sorry, I got to throw this out. I wanted a late game up there, and this kind of fit the bill, but game number 872, Kansas Jayhawks versus Chaminade, and Kansas minus 43, 151.5. And when I see a number like this, it sends me into a rabbit hole trying to research the history of a number like this. So we know Kansas is going to win this game, but the number compelled me, as I said, to do some research on the history of spreads this large. And this game opened at 42.5, so it bounced up, it ticked up a little bit, so it fit our parameters. But only one other time has a team been a 43, and exactly a 43-point favorite since 2005. That was in 2017. I think it was in 2018 when this happened. But Michigan State was a 43-point favorite against Savannah State. Spartans crushed them by 56, 108-52. So I opened the filter a little bit more, and I said, okay, well, what about between the numbers of 42 and the 44? Since 2009, there have been 4 games that have fit that bill, with the favorite covering 3 times. And finally, I put in favorites over 40 and above, and the Jayhawks, all favorites over 40 points. And the favorites are 5-4 since 2004. So we're going to lay the 43 points with the Jayhawks. I know it's a lot, but they're going to absolutely destroy them. So Jayhawks minus 43 is your third play. Please go to pickdawgz.com right now. Get involved with my many packages, including my NBA 3-pack that is up there right now, $54.99. Perfect 3-0 yesterday, right up there on the leaderboards now. 3-0 on the Sunday card. Please get involved with my 30-day all-access pass, $399.99. It comes out to $13.13 a day. And remember, the 90-day pass, $869, but that's $9.66 a day. Get that credit card out. Let's roll our sleeves up. Let's get to work. Remember, if there's a package that you want, something that's not up on Pick Dawgz, please let me know. Be happy to look at it. And let's just recap our free plays. St. Joseph plus 15.5, Akron, Utah State over 142, and Kansas minus 43. Please feel free to DM me at Dana Lane Sports, or send me or leave a message on the YouTube page. I love when I see those messages, and always try to reply when I can. And please hit the like button if you do. For Against the Public, I'm Dana Lane. Thanks for joining us. All the best to you and your wagers on Monday.